Finally, I mentioned I think it's also a life book. In addition to career and parenting, as I mentioned, in leadership, it's a life book. You talk a lot about the power of your story and understanding your story. Would you expand on that?
Yeah, stories are basically the operating system of the human mind. The story, we're always telling ourselves a story. That kind of voice in your head is always going. And, there's tons of research on automatic thoughts. Very often, we'll fail at something and in the back of your head, you just might hear, oh, I'm stupid, or something like that. That's your story kind of creeping out. Or we may feel, like this was meant to be, that was meant to be. There's a story we're telling ourselves and it's evolving, but we usually don't actually take the time to deliberately think about it and think it through. And that process of story crafting can really be huge, because otherwise, it can turn into a self-defeating prophecy. James Pennebaker, University of Texas at Austin, has done a lot of research on how just sitting down 20 minutes at a time for a few days and writing out your thoughts, your story, how you feel about things, has profound changes on people, and that our beliefs about ourselves, they critically affected. When John Gottman, the leading researcher on relationships, how he evaluates, the primary method he evaluates whether a marriage will end in divorce is by asking couples to tell their story. Whether a child knows their family story is predictive of how well they'll do in school, whether they'll do drugs, whether they'll end up in jail. The story that we tell ourselves is critical, and it's something we want to be mindful and deliberate about, rather than having this script running in the background that we're not really aware of.